Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a budget fishing challenge. So how that's going to work is I'm going to put $15, $25, and $50 on a wheel. Then I'm going to spin that wheel, and whatever it lands on, I have to buy a pole and some lures for the fishing challenge. So let's get into it. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and spin the wheel. All right, as y'all saw, we got $25, so we got the money here, and now we're gonna go to Walmart. All right, we made it to Walmart. So let's go in and get the stuff. Okay, so for the budget we basically have two options. There's a push button and a spinner reel, and they are both the same price. So now I just have to decide between these, and then for the rest of my budget, get some lures. Okay, so we ended up going with the spinner reel, which leaves us about $13 to find 3 baits. So what we have to do is buy 3 baits and then try to catch a fish on all 3. Okay, so we found this little tackle box with 3 different types of worms. It comes with hooks and weights, but it is in the budget, but I don't know if I want to do all 3 soft plastics, so I may come back to that. Okay, so instead of doing the little tackle box, we're gonna do, this is one of our baits, which costs $186. Okay, so we have like $11.50 left, so we just need 2 more baits and then we're good. Okay, so I think we have everything. For our second bait, we have this little crankbait. For our third bait, we have these soft plastics, which is actually what I caught the fish on in the other video, and then we got some weights and hooks. Okay, so without tax, we're going to be under budget. This is what we're going to be at. But with tax, we may be a little over budget, but that's without tax, so we're going without tax. All right, we got the pole and the bag of lures loaded up, and we're fixing to head out. And today we are actually not going to be going to my pond. We're going to be going to one of our friends' pond that we are allowed to fish at. All right, we made it to the pond. So like I said in Walmart, we have to catch a fish on all 3 of these lures. So yeah, if you didn't get to see that part, we got some soft plastics, which is actually what we used in the Fishing for Bass video a few days ago. We got this little swim bait, and then we got a crankbait. So I think what we're gonna tie on first is the little swim bait, and then we're just gonna go through them. But if you didn't get to see the pole good, we got this blue and black spinner reel. It came with line on there. I actually don't know what pound line this is. I didn't read about it, but seems like a nice little pole. So we're going to get it hooked up and get fishing. All right, we got our first bait all tied up. Now let's get to fishing. All right, we got it all set up. This water is a lot clearer than the one in my pond. This pole casts really good. For $11, it's not bad at all. Seems pretty good. My 3 dogs, and then a neighbor dog is out here, and they're swimming, so hopefully that won't mess us up. But these weeds may. All right, we're good. We also have my dad here with us. You can see him over on the bench. He's gonna be fishing here in a second. He's just on a phone call right now. But yeah. Hopefully we can catch one on this lure pretty fast so we can move on to the next. It casts really far though, seems to. Oh yeah. I'm just trying to see what it'll do when we get a fish on. There's a turtle right over there. I don't know if you can see it on camera. The water's a little low here too. I mean, it hasn't rained in a while. What is going on? Oh, there's a dog out here too. Frick. Yo, there's a fish on the bank over there. There is also grass carp in this pond, so it could have been that. I'm not too for sure. We're gonna go over here and check it out though. That one's so high in the air. Yo, I think I had a bite. It's so hard because of these weeds though. Just gonna eat it up here. Yo, what is going on with this? I don't even know, bro. This pole may actually not be the best. It's literally knotted on the thing. I don't know what's going on, bro. This pole may not be as good as I thought. We're gonna try to fix this real fast and then we'll be right back. Here we go. It's either dragging the bottom or I just had a bite. Couldn't tell. There we go. Yay, first fish. Oh no, it's gonna get stuck in the weed. No, don't come. Golly, man.
Nice little bass.
You see that?
Oh, yeah, it did.
All the fish I catch on this channel swallow the bait. Look how deep down that thing is. Yeah, I'm eating my pliers.
Yeah.
They're on the edge of the Ranger. Well, while we're waiting on to get it out, it's a nice little fish. Got some chub to him. But that is first lure down, which means we're on to the next one. Okay, so that was actually really fast, but we're on to the next lure. So we're gonna open the crankbait and get it onto the, hooked onto the pole. That was first cast of the video. So, like I said, on to the next lure, which is this nice little crankbait. Hopefully it can catch a fish just as fast as the other one did. All right, Dad is gonna cut off that lure, and now we're gonna put on the crankbait. All right, we got our crankbait turned on. Let's give it a cast. We came to a different spot where it's not as weedy. Try to get a better cast. This pole is so weird. If I just pull on it, it goes like that, and I have the drag set on the tightest setting. So I don't know if it's something with this pole or if I'm just doing something wrong, but yeah. All right. I'll go over here to this little grassy area where I can go closer to the water, hopefully. Gonna do a little cast up there. Oh, made it. Deer tracks down here. I don't know if you can see them. Okay. crankbait's gone. I see it out in the pond. That's my only, okay. Okay, so basically what just happened is I cast it and my crankbait fell off. I don't know if you can see it because of the sun. But yeah, so it's right out there. But anyways, I tied on the swim bait that I already caught a fish on. So we are going to fish with that until my dad gets back with the other soft plastic. But yeah, so okay, so this is what we're going to be tying on, which this is actually the exact same thing I caught a fish in the other fishing video, just a little bigger. And then we're going to tie it onto our hook we have tied on, so let's go. Got it tied on. Now let's see if we can catch our second out of third fish. Oh, I forgot to put the weights on. We got our weights on now. You see that?
I just thought I'd video you a little bit and send it to you.
Okay.
Well, if you can.
There we go. No. He's a little muddy now, but we still got him. Second fish. He's not the smallest, he's not the biggest, but decent size. Sorry I was not able to catch a fish on all three baits. Maybe sometime I'll be able to come out here and retrieve that lure and catch one on it then. But thank you all guys so much for watching. See y'all next time.